Oh, hello there, lads and lassies. Jeez, oh, you caught me unaware. How are you doing? I'm Donald Where's Your Trousers Drysdale. I'm cousin of that Mr. Drysdale down Pinky Way. You might know him. Anyway, you might be thinking, what on earth is this guy doing on my TV screen, laptop screen, phone screen, wherever you may be watching me? Regardless, I'm here to introduce you to a so-called virtual assembly. My cousin Mr. Drysdale said I'd be a good person to do it as a metaphorical and slightly stereotypical example of Scotland. Well, I don't know what that means, but I'm flattered to be asked anyway. Right, this so-called virtual assembly, it's all about around the world in 80 days. Pfft, virtual assembly, what does that even mean? An assembly should be quiet children, sat in lines, singing hymns. I'm not seeing that just now. You're not even sat in a line. You're in your kitchen. Why on earth are you still in your dressing gooney? Get dressed. Aye, you. Anyway, I'm pretty sure my cousin wouldn't be happy with this type of introduction. P6B have been working awfully hard the last few days. See what you think. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Can you do that on Google Classroom? I don't know, Ken. And pay attention, because I'm joining you at the end.
Thanks for that, Donald Where's Your Trousers, Mr. Drysdale.
Welcome to P6B's very own virtual assembly. Whilst most of us are working from home, that didn't stop us wanting to share something for hours with the school.
We discussed on our Google Meet how we could share something with you, and then voted for what thing to talk about. Before the Christmas holidays, we really enjoyed our Around the World in 8 Weeks topic. So we wanted to continue thinking about that for the assembly.
Spend some time putting together slides, which we will show you. We hope that you can learn something new and interesting. Make sure you pay attention though, as there will be a quiz at the end of the video, which you can try out.
Hello, we are Group 3 and we chose South Africa.
South Africa. The capital city of South Africa is Pretoria. 2.6 million is the population of people in Pretoria.
Languages. At least 35 languages are spoken in South Africa.
Wildlife in South Africa is abundant, with almost 300 mammal species. There are several animal species that are among the world's tallest, fastest, or even tiniest animals, such as the majestic giraffe, the Swedish giraffe.
South African animals. There are some most impressive South African animals. Firstly, there are the big five: elephant, buffalo, leopard, lion, and rhino.
South African foods.
Biltong, Boerewors, and milk tarts.
To pronounce These are some cool South African houses that we found.
Cultural traditions. Some of the most prominent cultures of South Africa include Kaihosa and San culture, Zulu, Ndebele, Xhosa, and Sotho cultures, among other cultures.
Sports. The three most popular mainstream sports in the country, namely football, rugby, and cricket.
Scenery. Here are some pics from South Africa. They are really beautiful.
Hi, this is our bit on the assembly on Spain. 5 fun facts. Around 406 million people in the world speak Spanish, but only 47 million of them live in Spain. We have chocolate thanks to Spanish. The first modern novel is Spanish. It's called Don Quixote of La Mancha. The highest Spanish mountain, Mount Teide, is not in Spain. It's actually in Tenerife, which is an island. In Christmas is very special in Spain. On December 22nd, they have a special lottery, and the winner is announced by a choir of children on live TV. 5 more interesting facts on Spain. It has the 5th largest population in Europe. Spanish people live longer. Spain has the oldest restaurant, opened in 1725. Females pronounce words with an A at the end, and males pronounce words with an O at the end. Spanish translation. Good morning would be buenos dias. Good night would be buenas noches. Hello would be hola. How are you would be como estás. Goodbye, adios. Friend, male amigo and female amiga. Breakfast, desayuno. Lunch, female almuerzo and male almuerzo. Time, hora. Food. From some traditional Spanish foods are Ega de Valencia, tortilla a la España, chorizo, churros con chocolate, and paella. Day of the Dead, Mexico. Bonus facts as they speak Spanish. The Day of the Dead is a Mexican holiday celebrated in Mexico and elsewhere associated with the Catholic celebrations of All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day, and is held on November 1st and 2nd. The multi-day holiday involves family and friends gathering to pray for and to remember friends and family members who have died.
Brilliant New York. Tallest building in New York, One World Trade Center. The One World Trade Center is not always known as One World Trade Center. It was once called the Freedom Tower. World Trade Center 1 contains more than 40,000 metric tons of structured steel. The population, a little over 8 million people live in New York City. That means 1 in every 38 people in the United States call the city home. That is more than the population of Scotland, which is only 5.5 million. Here are some photos about the famous skyline of New York City. What is the New York skyline? Skyscrapers of New York City. New York City is defined by its skyline. The outer outline created by buildings is recognizable and mesmerizing. In fact, New York City is home to more than 200 buildings measuring 500 feet or taller. New York City in 2021 today. What does New York City look like in the dark? Famous New York City food. They are famous for their pizzas. New York City sports. Rangers are hockey team. Knicks are basketball team. Yankees are the famous baseball team. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Group 2, the Made in Alaska group. Alaska has lots of icebergs. Alaska's famous for mountains, volcanoes, and earthquakes. Where is Alaska, you wonder? Alaska lies at the extreme northwest of North America continent. Alaska national animal is a moose. Alaska snow dogs. A sled dog is a dog trained and used to pull a rig in a harness. Most commonly, a sled over snow led dogs have been used in the Arctic for at least 2,000 years and were important for transport people. Back for this, Lynn.
This is Japan in all of its glory. So without further ado, enjoy the show. Or as they might say in Japan, Sho Tanoshimi Kudasai. The population is how many people live there. The population so far is 126.5 million people. That's 25 times more people in Scotland. In 2060, apparently the population is going to decrease to 86.2 million. Approximately 37 million people live in the capital city, Tokyo. Tree fashion. Japan has some very interesting and unique fashion. If you saw this in Scotland, which you probably wouldn't, you'd be amazed. You wouldn't be so amazed to see it in Japan though, since it's more normalized there. Usually people dress like this at events. Even though it would be considered outgoing, you might be lucky enough to see it in the streets. It all started in the 1970s. Its national animal is the green pheasant. It's omnivorous, meaning it eats meat and vegetables. This is what it looks like. Japanese art. This Japanese-inspired art was made by Vincent van Gogh. This piece of art is called Bridge in the Rain. After Hiroshige. Fun fact, most of Japanese paintings have an origin in Chinese art. The picture on the left is considered anime. Anime is the Japanese word for animation. The national anthem is called Kimagyo, meaning the Emperor's Reign. It's one of the shortest and oldest national anthems in history.
Oh, hello again. It's me, Donald Where's Your Trousers Drysdale. And seeing as Mr. Drysdale's still not around, I've taken charge. My oh my P6B, that was fantastic. Talk about a virtual assembly. All that information flying on the screen, cold hard facts coming in from everywhere. That was amazing. You can clearly tell you've done some decent work over the last few days, ain't you? Right then, one of those bright wee sparks at the start of the assembly did warn you that there'd be a quiz at the end. And guess what? I'm going to do it. So, get your pen and paper ready, and if you've not got one, keep it in your head. Question number 1. What does hola mean in Spanish? Does it mean hello, hula hoop, happy, or hungry? Okay, the answer is hello. That bright wee spark was doing some great translations of Spanish into English before. Hola means hello. Question number 2. Anime means what in Japanese? Does it mean ants, animation, a name, or is it a type of food? Anime, is that a type of food? Oh, sounds like if you'd eat it, it'd make you feel ill. Anime. Ants, animation, a name, or a type of food? The answer is, of course, animation. Well done if you got that right at home. Number 3. Which of these is in the Big 5 of South Africa? Is it a big bird, whale, a lion, or a chicken? Mr. Drysdale once called me a chicken when we went on holiday together. He regretted my actions afterwards. It is, of course, a lion. Well done if you got that one right. Oh, how do Alaskans get around on sleds? Jetpack, huskies, ski poles, or cars? Whew, tricky one. It's Huskies, of course. See that cute photograph in the slides before? That was brilliant. Last one. Which of these is not a sports team found in New York? Is it the Yankees, the Knicks, the Lakers, or the Rangers? The Rangers? Is that the same Rangers as I find in Glasgow? Surely not. The answer to that one is Lakers. You'd be finding those in Los Angeles. Okie dokie then. I guess my time's up. I'm hogging up enough of the limelight of a Mr. Drysdale's class. Well done to P6B. You did a fantastic job. And I'll leave you with this wee message here. Some great collaboration. And thank you to all the presenters. Give yourselves a round of applause.